Alright, cool. Alright, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Alright, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures. And also to preach the word unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, alright? You also have Israelite foreigners, okay, Israelites that were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So it's not just a so-called black and brown thing, alright? So once again, coming out to prophesy the downfall of this place, man. So before I get started, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders that were well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. So this is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. And this is the will of the Lord. Alright, that we come out here and we preach the word. Okay, being instant in season. Alright, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering, man. Okay? We do this, alright, in the spirit of the Lord. Now you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai to come out here and actually preach the word, man. You know? Because if you go to these churches, they ain't teaching you that you're an Israelite. Okay? They ain't telling you what the mark of the beast is. And the mark of the beast is a microchip, man. Okay? If you take the mark of the beast, which is a microchip, alright, the Lord is going to destroy you. Okay, that's spoken about in Revelation chapter 14. And with the wave of the future, alright, with artificial intelligence, okay, everything going digital, they're going to take away cash, alright, bringing about a central bank digital currency. And they're going to implant people with microchips, man. Real soon. And if you take that microchip, the Lord's going to destroy you. Okay? That's doing the will of the Lord. Coming out here and preaching these things, man. Prophesying. To prophesy means to declare something before it happens. Okay? We're hearing about the microchip. We're seeing people get microchip. Okay? But it's not mandatory yet. Alright? It's not made a law of the land as of yet. But real soon, it's going to be mandatory. Okay? That if you want to partake in this society, within this devil's empire system, you're going to have to get tagged by him, okay? And that microchip is going to be inserted in your flesh, in your skin, man. Now, we know the scripture says in their right hand or in their forehead, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in any hand. They don't have to put it in your forehead, okay? It says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So you always have to make sure that the things that you're saying are accurate according to what the scriptures say. And we have leaders, we have heads, we have, how do you say this? teachers, man. Okay? Which our teachers, where I learned from specifically, who I consider the elders and the teachers of all Israel, okay, is the apostles of Great Millstone, man. All right? That's why we start out by giving, double honors, okay, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Because that's where we learn the truth from. Okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is working through those men, all right, to teach us the truth, the 100% truth. Okay? So, you always got to make sure what you're saying is correct, and also your conduct, man, in your everyday walk in this life, in this past time, man. Okay, you can't be out here, declaring the words of the Lord, feigning yourself a righteous and just man, but inwardly despise, hate your brother. Okay, disdain to see other men doing the work in the correct spirit. It says, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And you got Israelites that are actually working iniquity. All right? Such as, the ISPK. Okay, their head, Johanna, I remember was telling people to get the microchip, man. When the time comes, he's going to get the microchip. And you, those that follow him, are going to get the microchip. All right? Which we tell you not to get the microchip. Okay, once again, Revelation 14 tells you if you get the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, the Lord is going to destroy you. And everything is gearing up to that point, man. All right, you remember that movie, Elysium, where, your doctor, your probation officer, the judge, all these things were robots, man. Then you got the Georgia Guidestones, which talks about the population of the planet, keeping it at a certain number. Okay. Certain laws do away with petty crime. That's what they want, is to have a system to where it's easily controllable. And if you break their laws, okay, they can just judge you right off the bat, have a robot judge you, man. It's fine, you can walk through, but that's the times we're coming into. All right, where the judge is going to be a robot. Okay, your probation officer, police officer is going to be robots, man. Out there in San Francisco, I believe they got robotic police dogs and watchdogs roaming the street. So you're working iniquity if you're telling, fellow Israelites to do things contrary to the scriptures, doing things that will jeopardize their salvation. With the whole vaccine thing. Okay? Now we remember when ISPK and these other groups were talking shit, saying, "Oh, you guys are scared of needles." Well, we are scared of needles. We are scared of transgressing the law, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. When the scriptures say not to get any cuttings in your flesh. But they're telling you, get the vaccine. We didn't do that in 2020, man. And Esau was threatening, to take your job. You can't work, you can't travel, you can't go to school unless you get jabbed up. Us brothers, we have faith. We said, fuck it. If this is the end, oh well. This is the way it's supposed to go down. We ain't getting no damn jab. Okay? Now, me personally, I'm speaking about myself. I didn't get no damn jab. So if there's brothers out there that were behind